Hey guys, Derek here at The Break TV. It's mid-March as I'm shooting this video, so I'm gearing up for turkey season. I'm going to be using some new Avian-X decoys this year. I've got both the HDR series and the LCD series. So I thought I'd do a video to compare the two and help you determine which series may be right for you. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to start with the LCD series. So let's go through some of the features of the LCD series. LCD stands for Lifelike Collapsible Decoy. It is a one-piece inflatable decoy. It's made of rubber, and Avian-X calls it Dura rubber, which I believe if you feel this thing, it feels like a good thick rubber. Unlike most inflatable decoys that seem to be paper thin, and the first time a gobbler hits them, they're poking holes in them and they deflate. But these, I don't think that's gonna happen. They're super thick, and even if a spur goes through one, it should hold its shape nicely, as thick as it is. So I think they look great. The paint scheme is really nice on these things. We're going to look at some of the features here on the legs. It is a realistic looking leg. It's a plastic leg, and it's got a bungee cord here that holds it in place, and it folds up when you're shoving it into the carry pack. So within every box, you get the stake, obviously, that folds up nicely. It's got a little handle there, and then you can collapse it and put it back. And then it also comes with a nice carry pack here. So that comes with every decoy here. There are 4 postures with the hen. We've got a lookout hen, we've got a feeder hen that I'm holding right here, we've got a breeder hen in the box here that we're going to unbox here in a second, and there's also a lay down hen, which I don't have. So those are the 4 hens. We've got 3 different types of toms. We've got a half strut Jake, which is this one right here, and there's also a quarter strut Jake and a strutter. Those 2 I don't have. So those are your options. 4 hens, 3 toms. They're going to retail, the hens, each hen is going to retail at about 130 bucks. Now before I shot this video, I jumped onto Cabela's to see what they were selling them for, and they were right around 90 bucks for each of the hens. And as far as the toms, they're going to MSRP, depending on the pose, between 140 and 170, and then Cabela's had them between 100 bucks up to 130 on those. So just to give you some real world pricing. Let's unbox this breeder hen, and I'll kind of take you through the process of getting it inflated. So your LCD decoys are going to come in a small box, and they're going to be collapsed. You're going to have to inflate them to bring them to shape. So as we open this up, we've got, there is your bag. Here is your stake inside there, and then you've got directions on how to inflate these. Let's pull this out. And you can see that it's just flat. We've got a Velcro strap around it to keep it compact. Put that all in there. So it's a challenge getting these things inflated. Like I said, this is good, hard, durable rubber. There's a valve that is right here, but on the underbelly side. So you open that valve up, and you just want to kind of work this thing, kind of pull on this rubber to give yourself some room, and hopefully get your face in there to blow it up. Or if you've got an air hose, which is much faster, I just hold that valve open and then shoot it up. Now, we're not gonna overinflate it, but that helps a ton if you have access to an air compressor and a hose. So just to speed it up, that's what I did to show you here. But you can just blow it up with your own lungs. It just takes a little work to get that rubber separated enough to get your mouth on that valve. So, but once you air it up, you just close that valve, and then take this and you throw it in the shower. Just turn it on hot water, let the shower run on it for about 5 minutes, and it'll fully come to shape. And what little creases there may be in this rubber from packaging, it'll take them right out. So there's a look at your breeder hen and how easy it is to blow it up. Here's a closer look at the half strut jig. Same deal, one piece inflatable, same leg, style of leg as the hens. Got a good thick beard on here. That seems set in there nicely. I've had some in the past that other brands that beard pops out or you lose it or whatever, but good thick rubber should be able to take a beating from a dominant tom in the area. So it looks good as well. So now let's take a look at the HDR before we compare them side by side. HDR stands for heavy duty realism, and that couldn't be more accurate. These things look amazing. It's a blow molded design, so it's a hard rubber design. These things come packaged in a large box like this, so they're not inflatable. They come whole like this. Some of the features of this thing, again, these will come with the same bag, carry bag as the LCD series. Now the difference is in the stake, this is an integrated stake, so it's inside the decoy, which is really nice. You don't have to hold it separate, and you'll never forget or lose your stake as it just slides right in there. So really cool design on that. Also the flocking. Each decoy is going to be flocked. You can see that darker color right there. Just gives it more realism. It looks really, really good. Ultra real legs. The other ones in the LCD series, again, it's just a tube that's painted. They look great, but these are just super real. I mean, they actually look like turkey legs. It's look like they took a turkey leg and molded it out of that. So look really, really good. Now with the hens, there's two hens. You've got the standard hen, which is what I have right here. But the cool thing with this is it has a replaceable head. So you got a lookout hen, and then you also have a hen that's the breeder head. So to take that off, it's just, they just kind of dovetail in there. We can take that head off and put this one, just dovetail it in and give it a twist, and there you go, it locks in place. So really cool design. There's also a feeding hen, which I don't have. It was on back order when I ordered them, so it should be coming soon. But it's just a standard head down feeding hen. Again, they look great. Those are the two hen options, which again, this hen is a double option here. The hens are going to retail for about $170, and again, I looked on Cabela's before I shot this video, and they are selling them for about $140. So that's what you're looking at in real world price on that. Taking a closer look at the Jake decoy, you can see the definition on this thing is just outstanding, especially with this flocking, just looks super, super good. Again, the integrated stake is inside of here, which is a super cool feature. And again, the Jake also has an interchangeable head, just like the hen, and it just dovetails in. You can see more of a aggressive pose and more of a submissive. Again, just put it in there, dovetails in, and it's just almost seamless on how that thing looks. Just an outstanding looking decoy. And the definition on the legs here, we've got a little nubs here, little button spurs here, so that looks really, really cool. So just super, super good looking Jake decoy. Let's take a look at the strutter. Taking a look at the strutter, again, just looks outstanding. The flocking on those upper feathers just make it just pop. We've got a long beard here, just like the hen and the Jake. We've got two different heads. These are a different color here, so it just slides in. But that's in the box. This fan is a plastic fan that comes with it, and it just snaps behind this right here. So if you wanted to put a real fan in there, you certainly could to give it more realism. When it comes in the box, these tail feathers or these wing feathers are going to be separate. Those just pop into place, so you have to install those. That's super easy to do. The stake is not integrated in this one, but it's a heavy duty steel stake. That's it right here. Again, this one's gonna come with a carry bag also. And then if you're into reaping, Your arm can go right in there, and there's the handle that the stake slides in. You can hold it like that and do your reaping if that's something you're into. Not everybody is. I don't judge. I'm just giving you the features here. So that is what the Strutter looks like. Just beautiful. Here's a look at the two lookout hens, the LCD lookout hen and the HDR hen with the lookout head. Just to give you a side-by-side, kind of turn them in the light and maybe give you a little better idea how the sun might hit them. But that's just a little side-by-side. I've got a scale here, so we'll weigh each one to give you an idea on that. The LCD lookout hen comes in at 2 pounds 8 ounces. That's her. Let's take a look at the HDR hen. She's coming in a little bit lighter at 2 pounds 3 ounces. So that's what you're looking at on weight. Let's take a look at the two jakes since I can compare those two. Here's a comparison of the two jakes that I have, the half strut jake LCD here in my left hand and the HDR here in my right hand. I kind of turn them in the light. Maybe you can get an idea of the coloring and how the sun might hit them. And I can already tell you the LCD is heavier than the HDR, unless my left arm's a lot weaker. Let's take a look. The LCD is going to come in at 4 pounds 11 ounces. And the HDR comes in at 2 pounds 12 ounces, so much lighter on the HDR. We'll go ahead and just weigh the Strutter while I've got it here, because you might be wondering. Again, this is the HDR Strutter. Let's see what this comes in at. 6 pounds 4 ounces on the HDR Strutter. That's a wrap on this video comparing the Avian-X LCD and HDR series at Turkey Decoys. If you'd like more information, you can visit avianx.com, but hopefully you got a lot of good information in this video, and if you did, hit that like button. Also, comment down below on which series you decided to go with. I'd love to know your reason why. One last thing, subscribing to the channel really helps me out, so if you could hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. I guess that's a wrap. I'm out of here. I'm Derek with The Break. Thanks for watching.